report from yesterday as well. Before we get into those things, I want to address a couple things that happened last night after the game. Obviously, you know what's been going on in sports. The Dallas Mavericks. I know this ties into the Lakers. You know, don't worry. The Dallas Mavericks did fire their GM Nico Harrison, who did make the Luka trade with the Lakers, and so with Nico Harrison being gone, I think there's a lot of chatter now regarding Luka Doncic. You know, fans on what was it on Reddit and Twitter, on Instagram, and all social medias. You know, they kind of brought into the question: will Luka ever come back to the Dallas Mavericks? And so Luka answered it last night in a very humbling way. You know, he said he's always gonna love the city of Dallas, and he's always gonna find that to be, you know, a home of his, and he loved his time there, but he's just focused on the Lakers right now. And the question was brought up, you know, rightfully so, by reporters. And yes, Luka did spend 7-8 years in a Dallas Mavericks uniform, and seemingly he was beloved in the city of Dallas. And I always make the comparison. Lakers fans, the way we view Kobe, the way we have cherished Kobe, that was going to be them. That was going to be that for Dallas Mavericks fans. Luka was going to be their Kobe Bryant, and that was ripped away from them. That was torn away from them at the snap of a finger from a decision that only benefited one man, Nico Harrison, and did not benefit the organization, did not benefit the fan base, and did not benefit the city. That was ripped away from them, and I feel for them for that, because that was supposed to be their guy. And Luka looked at Dallas as, you know, his home. He cherished all the fans in Dallas, and he has said multiple times, even last night, he said he wanted to spend the rest of his career there. And look, it's the same thing like LeBron, right? LeBron was in Cleveland. He grew up in Ohio, was drafted by the Cavaliers. That's his home. Then went to the Miami Heat. Then 4 years later, went back to Cleveland. Could the same thing happen where, look at Luka was traded to the Lakers. He's here in LA now, but in a few years, he goes back to Dallas? I mean, absolutely anything is possible. But at the same time, they are the organization that got rid of him. Luka didn't leave in free agency. Luka was traded away, unwillingly traded away. And so I think for there to be even the slightest possibility for Luka to consider going back to Dallas after his contract is up in about 3 or 4 years with the Lakers, there would have to be a whole new change of management and ownership as well. And so they got rid of the golden goose there in terms of like the guy who made the decision to rip away everyone's hearts in trading away Luka Doncic. They got rid of Nico Harrison, but the owner's still there, and there's still like pieces of management that have signed up on trading away Luka Doncic, and he hasn't forgotten that. He has not forgotten that whatsoever. So yes, anything is possible. But the reason why I just bring this up is because it was brought to everyone's attention last night, and with everything going on, it makes you think, could Luka Doncic, you know, after his contract with the Lakers, end up back in a Dallas Mavericks uniform? The answer is yes, but there would have to be a lot of factors going on. Until then, Luka's a Laker, and all things considered, you know, he did sign a 3 or 4 year contract with the Lakers this past summer. He could very easily sign an extension after that contract is up. He could sign an extension maybe 2 years from now. Look at, if Luka wins rings, multiple championships, or even just one championship with the Lakers, he would have done his job, right? And so then if he wins championships, he could go back to Dallas and try to do the same thing for them. He would be young enough.